Hello YouTube, hello electric riders, Lexi is back again. This is the Lightning Real Talk Part 2. In this video we want to listen to the opposite opinion, because I had the opportunity to interview the current owner of the bad reviewed Lightning Strike motorcycle. We had a chat for almost 2 hours about electric motorcycles, and I cut down the video to the essential key points. So what's up with Lightning now? Is it pure dope or scam? Before you watch the interview, you have to know Lightning is a custom motorcycle brand. Besides the fastest electric motorcycles, they also do very good marketing, which gives, in my opinion, a misleading impression. In US TV shows, YouTube and on their website, they look like a major manufacturer who is able to produce hundreds and thousands of motorcycles next week. My intention is to clarify what you really can expect from Lightning and what's the real deal about. Because it's a custom brand, it's not suitable for the most people who expect an express delivery with a satisfaction and money back guarantee seal.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
Okay, we want to keep this channel child friendly. Grab some popcorn and watch the interview. I hope you enjoy it.
Talked to me on Facebook. I didn't know who they were at the time. To me, they seemed like bike enthusiasts. And I was like, oh, you guys know about this bike that I have or whatever? I'm not going to doubt I'm going to get like a phone call or an email from Richard or Jojo after you release the video. Yeah. Because that's so far, pretty much that's what they've been doing. Like anytime Brandon has released any sort of video. Yeah. Well, you know, they're trying to build a company. So they're like, trying to essentially say, like, don't give Brandon the ammunition he needs to bash on our company. It's going to take a little bit of time to just have a little bit of hope here and there, and it doesn't really help out with coronavirus going around, like I was telling Sam and yourself here, that I don't know who their battery producers are, but
before you watch the entire interview, I just have something to say, because it's very obvious why the Lightning Strike received such a bad review, because in the current state, the motorcycle should not be reviewed. The whole circumstances lead to that very horrible review, and this is not the final definitive version. But watch the entire interview and make your own thoughts about, and please write me in the comment what you're thinking about the Lightning Strike. How you felt when you watched the video about the Lightning I did, so the commentary and opinion from Brandon, what's going through your mind in the first row?
Let's see here. So initially it was it's interesting to me because I don't know a whole lot about electric motorcycles, and I know Brandon does. He has more, better wealth of knowledge there. So it was interesting to see what his perspective was of my bike. And I mean, it didn't hit in a positive note. It was a little bit more negative, but it's about the bike. It's not about me. It's what he sees as how you say, places like room for improvement, I guess. Or just things that he spots that looks unsafe and stuff like that. Yeah.
What was your first impression when you picked up the bike you picked it up at Lightning, or they delivered the bike? How was it? And what was your first impression? Or was excited, or how was it?
I picked it up from Lightning, and I was, obviously I was excited to get the bike, because it's my first bike, and I was like, I'm going to get home and ride the hell out of this thing, or at least get used to it enough.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pretty much when I got home, I rode it around a few times, and, I had a great time. And then that's when, Morgan and Brandon talked to me on Facebook. I didn't know who they were at the time. to me they seemed like bike enthusiasts, and I was like, oh, you guys know about this bike that I have or whatever? And I'm like, oh yeah, let's go hang out. So I hung out with them. They're pretty cool. You know, they seem to know a lot about electric bikes, so I was
Of course.
kind of with that group. So yeah.
How long did you wait for the order? Since you placed the order, did you order it per phone on the website? Did you deposit some money? How was the ordering process until you received the bike, and how long was it?
I want to say I ordered it towards like the end of March, beginning of April, and yeah, I mean, there's on the website is what I used. It says, you know, reserve the bike for 10,000. So put that down, and then we're supposed to deliver the bikes in July, but I guess they were having production issues, which to me is like, you know, if you're kind of new to producing bikes and stuff like that, it's going to take some time. You know, you got other orders to fill from your prior model and stuff like that. So to me, to have like a first type of this bike, like that's, yeah. So basically it only took like 9 to 10 months. So I got it in late January of this year.
Yeah. And how was the communication because of this delay? Did you ever had panic, not get your money back, or get any motorcycles delivered anytime, or how was it?
There was a few times where I was like, am I getting the bike, or are they kind of just leading me on kind of thought process, but kind of just was faithful, because I was like, you know, they're a big brand and they want to make these bikes, and I was like, it's either, I don't know, their whole name and reputation is flunked, and they don't produce any bikes, or they're really trying to make a name for themselves in production style bikes. And I was like, that's what they're going to do, because that's what they set out to do.
Yeah.
So I just pretty much held faith there, and they delivered me a bike. Yeah, like I almost got one of the Zeros, but at the time, Lightning had the most bang for buck at the time. You know, that's
absolutely.
I'll get this bike because it has like twice the amount of range and speed, and just in case if I need that speed to like overtake somebody for whatever reason it may be, but.
Yeah.
I want to be able to have that ability to, not that I will use it. Yeah, because I'm more of a defensive type driver, so I'm not trying to do anything crazy with it. Yeah, and I didn't really watch Sam's videos until after I got the bike. Like, I didn't really see anything. I guess I wasn't really looking for other people's like reviews yet. Just wanted to go straight to the source, see what they're saying. You know, because everybody can have mixed reviews about anything nowadays. So, yeah, to get my own personal thing on it was the best, I guess.
You was directly go to the store, get in contact with that people and have first impression, and yeah, so shake hands with that people and pick up this whole spirit or vibe there. So this is total different thing, and I guess this is the reason also why you're so confident in this brand and not forcing or have too much expectation. It's different, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just kind of go through life without having a whole lot of expectations for things anyways, even watching movies, because if they're not good, then they're not they're not good. But yeah, just having a lower expectation whenever you're excited about something kind of helps ease when something you don't like about it. It just impacts you a little bit easier. Yeah,
definitely, yes. People want it delivered in the second week or direct now. So where is the bike? Where is it? What doing Lightning? And that's the wrong mindset for a custom brand.
I'm not gonna doubt. I'm gonna get like a phone call or an email from Richard or Jojo after you release the video. Yeah, because that's so far pretty much that's what they've been doing. Like anytime Brandon has released any sort of video they'll contact me. I'm like, no, that was like the 2 times that I met up with Brandon and like let him ride the bike, but we'll hang out every now and then. But I've only hung out with him maybe 3-4 times max. Yeah. And there's always something new that's happening, and they're always just keeping me in the loop or something like that. So
okay, but they contact you after they saw the Brandon's review. Is that right?
Right. Not the one that you did.
That's from Brandon. That's from Brandon.
They did the one, from Brandon and the podcast, from the Misfits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why I wanted this interview with you to speak to also see the different meaning. But it's very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you know, they're trying to build a company, so they're like trying to essentially say like, don't give Brandon the ammunition he needs to bash on our company.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
And you know, me as owner of the bike, I was like, I also agree with that. I don't want him to continuously bash on the bike, because then if lightning fails, then I don't get a finished bike. Nobody gets whatever they pre-ordered, and it doesn't really help anybody. You
can have bad experience with any auto motorcycle brand, even the look. I don't. For example, when it comes to Ducati, everyone knows Ducati, and now everyone knows about the problems they have.
Right. Yeah.
Somebody asks, hey, if you want to have a motorcycle for working on it, or you want to have a motorcycle for riding. So if you want to have a motorcycle to work on it, buy Ducati. If you want to somehow to ride, don't buy Ducati. Everyone knows this brand had issues. They improved in the last few years, but everyone knows it. And also the new RR, BMW RR, and all this Yamaha R1, they have a lot issues. You can watch on the World Wide Web, watching or searching at YouTube or searching at Google for issues or whatever, and type in R1 or type in BMW RR. You will find so many bad reviews. Details which are not good or must be replaced by the manufacturer and stuff. But these brands, especially BMW or Ducati, when you say something bad, maybe you really will get deleted. You will receive a lot of hate commentary, and that's why people are not critical. They are just want to make good news and happy news, but not showing the real issues and stuff. It's like forbidden to criticize those holy brands. But it's absolutely okay to bash electric brand like Lightning or something else, because they are bad, and the other brands are that's the holy grail, and you are not able to say something bad, because you will end in hell when you say something about Ducati and stuff. It's like that. And this is what I say to you. I was really so surprised about this huge reaction when I uploaded the video with the interview with Brandon. I didn't expect that, because
Did people were they mad? Were they upset about that video? Or were they okay with it?
That's the thing. I thought, hey, if you're bashing or if you criticize Lightning for what should be better or what they should improve, I thought maybe I will get at least 50% hate commentary or thumbs down and stuff. Hey, but look at this video.
Yeah.
No one, not only one thumbs down, not one.
Okay.
Only thumbs up. Only everyone is fan. Everyone say, yeah, I knew this brand is bad and stuff.
Right.
I think that's not fair. That's not fair. It's just if you like Zero, if you like Energic, or if you like Lightning or what else, it's not. EV brands should stick together because we all have the same mission. We want to go in a cleaner future, and we should support this mission or this vision.
Right.
But
no, I agree fully because like why beat each other down? That's what the gas companies do, or the gas competitors do with themselves. They just bash on each other. So why shouldn't EV be the ones who like kind of boost each other up? You know?
Absolutely.
I agree
Just
with
makes
you.
sense. Absolutely makes sense.
Yeah. So I just think giving Lightning more time is kind of just what it needs. Yeah, they may have said that they can produce a bike sooner than they said, but
Then
maybe
they
they
have delays.
spoke too soon. That's
Yeah.
anything can go wrong at any point in time. Like because if Energica, to me, like after seeing all the bikes lined up together with the live wire, some of the zeros, basically the entire like Energica team, which I didn't even know who they were. It was like what's his name, Stefano, and like their like chief engineer, and then like their other guy. It was basically all the top guys of Energica in America. I met them all that day too. I didn't know who they were, but they wanted to see the Lightning, you know?
Okay.
After having all these bikes lined up together, I like was looking at each of the qualities, and you know, at a distance, they all look really good. Mine kind of stood out a little bit, you know, and then as you got closer, you're like, okay, I kind of like the Energica better because it looks like it has higher quality.
Yeah.
And then you know Harley, they're just gonna have quality all over. There's and I was just thinking, I was like, maybe just a fit and finish on it on my bike. Because I was still thinking, I was like, it's an early production bike. You know, I got to have my hopes up. You know, it's like this is not finished yet. Like these other bikes are all finished, and I'm like, mine's gonna look up there, up to par with all of those bikes, and hopefully perform, you know, about the same or better depending on the model of each one. So, yeah.
What comes right in my head is in my mind is nobody really cares about it's a custom motorcycle brand. I guess people don't get this wrong expectations. That's so simple, and this is the point. What was your expectation when you bought it, or what was your motivation to buy this electric motorcycle? Was it the first electric you had, or was it just another one?
It was my first electric motorcycle. It was actually my first motorcycle in general.
Yeah.
And my motivation of buying the bike was for a commuter, just something with decent amount of range, and I don't really have to use a whole lot of gas get here and there, you know, from point A to point B. And at the time when I was looking for electric motorcycles, you know, there was Zero and Energica that popped up, but in March of last year, Lightning had basically the most dollar per like spec on there. So it's like the most range, the most power, speed if I needed it, and to me it was just worth more there than everywhere else at the time. So kind of just went in with that.
Yeah. And the specifications Lightning have on the website, and obviously your bike has not that power and not the same range, because how you told me already is it's some kind unfinished. It has here in Germany German car manufacturer and other EV manufacturers has the same problem with this embargo or the lack of batteries who can LG Chem or other companies can deliver. So they cannot fulfill the production aims or goals. So I guess it's the same for Lightning. They have some yeah, they can't finish the bikes because they have not enough batteries available at this time, because every brand has the same issue at the moment. Obviously, besides Tesla has a other way they produce their own batteries, but everything else, every other brands has a third-party batteries, and this is the issue. So when you picked up the bike, what was Richard or the customer service, what they told you? Because obviously you have only the half size of battery, and what they told you? What they just give the bike to you and say goodbye, or did they communicate this, or what was going on there?
Yeah, no, we were emailing back and forth and stuff, and they had told me about the production issue with the battery size. And then even when it came up for me to getting the bike, I asked them, I was like, what's the bike size, for kilowatt hours? And they said it was 10. When we have supply, we can upgrade that for you, obviously for free. And then the, what is it? It's a 3.3 kilowatt charging. That's going to be upgraded to a 6.6 later on. And then when they have the DC fast charging as well. So they basically told me up front, this is the model that we have right now. And when we do have the supply for it, we can upgrade it for you. Just bring it in.
But this upgrading will be for the same cost. You have not paying anything additional, right? It's for the base price. Yeah.
Right.
After the other people talked about these dangerous issues with the battery are you worried now to ride the bike, or do you still ride the bike in this current state?
Oh, I still ride it.
Okay.
I don't. I don't ride it in the rain at all. Just because it's an electric bike, and to me, electricity plus water is not really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was the topic we talked a lot about. I saw other Instagram posts from, I guess it's the first owner of the Lightning Strike or some other owner. He has pictures from the internal battery and all the stuff from the Lightning. And this looks it looks well done, and it's not like it's not a closed box, but it looks safe. It's not looks like So you should have worry about your life and stuff. And I guess when your bike is finished, this would looks the same. Not in
Yeah, I don't expect it to look much different. I mean, right now to me it's kind of like early production bike. So I wasn't really worried about fit and finish of my bike, because you've seen the pictures and the videos that Brandon had posted up about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look the greatest. It doesn't look like a $20,000 finished bike. But that's why I'm hoping, when they're done upgrading it, that's something that they're going to touch upon to help it fit a little better, look a little more aesthetically pleasing for me to bring it out to places. Because everywhere I go, people ask questions about this motorcycle that I have. And I'm like, yeah, it's really good and stuff. And after a while, like standing there and looking at it up close, they're like, oh, like what happened here and there? And I was like, it's an early production for me. That's kind of essentially what I tell them. But I was like, it's still a fun bike to ride, and doesn't take, everybody seems to enjoy it when I let them ride it. Family and friends, they give me their feedback because they've been riding motorcycles for a while now. But yeah.
And how they enjoy it? Are they excited about the motorcycle in general, or have some worries about?
Worries. Some of them have I have like a working relationship with Lightning, so I don't work for them at all, but I kind of give them my feedback about the bike because I wanted, a commuter style bike, and that's kind of something I believe they promoted. Yeah. But it feels more like a tracked style bike than a commuter bike. So like when I turn the handlebars all the way, there's nothing to stop it from hitting the fairing. So even when you're parking at an angle, like the weight of the bike will kind of just move that steering just slightly enough to make a little gash in my fairing. Yeah, it's not the greatest. I smashed my thumb in between the handle and the bike itself, the frame.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that's something that needs to be addressed. The kickstand, I told them about that. It's kind of too long. Should be either shorter or have like another point in there where you can kind of easily hook your foot into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically the same gripes that I have about it, my family from individual people have each pointed out something slightly different. Yeah, but they don't have any worries about like riding on it. Maybe their own fears of how fast they can go.
Yeah.
You know? But they, have to get used to it, but they're on it for the most part.
Yeah. So you constantly give feedback to Lightning about this little details which we should make better or just change. And like the tank cover. I guess they fixed until now, and they fix all these other issues. So it seems they really care about. They're not here's the bike, get lost,
Right, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So I have the impression after talking with you, they really care about. And
Lightning being a small company trying to come up, it's going to take time. It's going to take a little bit of time to just have a little bit of hope here and there, and it doesn't really help out with coronavirus going around, like I was telling Sam and yourself here, that I don't know who their battery producers are, but I don't know how long that's going to take even now for me to get that upgrade, because things are moving a lot slower now. So just be faithful. If you don't want to put down the money right now, you don't have to. You don't have to get the first version. You can get the next version. That's cool. Yeah.
But this is that thing that why people have wrong expectations and asking where is the bike, where keeps the bike, and the things about the kickstand you told me and stuff. I knew people from Europe also ordered one or waiting for some Lightning, and this is the big issue in like Brandon told this correct. In the US, it's not a big deal as a custom brand to deliver or manufacture a brand and homologate like a custom motorcycle. But we will never see this motorcycle here in Europe because we have different law. And like that issue with the kickstand, motorcycle must have this switch on the kickstand. Otherwise, you will not sell it. And also ABS and all this stuff. You have no chance. You have no chance for homologation here. It's you will never see that bike.
Right. To me, they're still, they've been in electric motorcycles for years, but they're still trying to be production. So it's like it takes money to make money, and if they don't have a whole lot, then you can't really do much with nothing.